Hi, good evening. Thanks for watching my video. First of all, I would like to condemn all what is occurring in Ukraine right now. I would like to stand with the government of Kiev regarding the autonomy of Ukraine. We have to remind historically that Ukraine has been called first ever on November the 1st, 1917, under the name of the Ukrainian National Republic, before switching officially to another name, which was the West Ukrainian National Republic on November the 1st, 1918. And it became a socialist Soviet republic, the Ukrainian SSR, on March the 10th, 1919. And without going on to all the details, the Ukrainian territory has been part of the USSR indeed from 1919 to 1991, with some details that we have to mention, which were basically the fact that there was a Carpatho Ukraine that has been created in October 1938. Then there was the 15 November 1939 Soviet annexation of Western Ukraine. The Declaration of Independence of Ukraine was on June 30th, 1941, and the independence from the Soviet Union was on August 24th, 1991. So basically, the legitimacy of this great Eastern European country is has no question about it, and I firmly once again condemn whatever is occurring that can basically threaten that legitimacy within the territorial entity of the country. In my second topic, I would like to invoke the endeavors and great contribution and work of the OFAers. I can say that the Organization for Action is basically an organization that works for all the Americans, that work with all the Americans, Democrats, Republicans, and other parties, and non-affiliated parties as well, non-affiliated people to politics. It's an organization that really strengthens the bonds between the development of, for me, the social, the economy inside of the United States today. And I believe that the endeavors of the Organization for Action is very, very pertinent within the conjuncture that we're living right now. I would insist for the fact that the social is a very important factor. I was invoking in one of my tweets today that the South Korean government, for example, has turned the country from after the Korean War from typically a third world country to a super world power that has shined economically on the Asian zone and worldwide during the 1980s. And that was thanks to the fact that the government understood that it is compulsory to go on to a social restoration, if you want, social contemporary restoration, in order to strengthen the bonds between all the economical actors within the territorial entity of South Korea, in order to move forward within a plan of development that will of course invoke the layout projects that can improve the country's economy. Other example in history could be invoked. Germany after World War II, such as Japan, adopted this strategy in order to strengthen the sovereignty through a social reform and the social restoration. Japan, after World War II, worked that and became such as its neighbor that I invoked, South Korea, super economical powers. And the West German government under Chancellor Kraus Adenauer started that policy after the World War II events, of course, the ralliament with the within the unification of Germany and East Germany as reunification with the rest of the country has also strengthened the country's economical ciphers within the adaptation of the East German side within a social policy that have strengthened the idioms that could lead the liberalist project within the former GDR. Other example could be mentioned in history is not just in the 20th century, but also in the past. We could invoke that through history, the social relay, what can I say, or the social factor has always been a cortex, a cornerstone in order to improve back a civilization or an economy. Same thing I think could happen within an economical recession worldwide. The important factor today is to stick with the ideas of the fact that it's the people who built all this development. It's not the individualistic trends. And when I see, unfortunately, that the United States indicator of being the number one individualist country in the world, um, I would probably say that it's the hardest place where these kind of idioms could be implanted, for the simple reason that it's not a part of the culture when we become individualistic to go get the problem resolved in the group. It's an I thinking society, and I do believe that we have to become ASIP, a we thinking society. Want everybody to work with each other, and everybody must live that pursuit of happiness idea inside of the United States. We want the rich to live good. We want the middle class to live good. We want the poor to get to the middle class. That's the whole point of saving the nation. That's my own opinion, because being under debts uh, does not basically cover the fact that we have a great GDP. The bottom line is that there is a 14 billion debt every year that is generated versus the United States economy. All that matters is what we keep going within this path. It takes a long time to get back to economical prosperity period, but better slow than never. And that's the situation that should be really, really thought upon by all the actors of the American economy, the American society. Politics must influence this context of action. On another topic, I would like to invoke, as I'm living in Ohio, something regarding the so-called right to work that we are facing. First of all, what I want to say is that the right to work is wrong, because this idea basically is unsafe and unfair, and it's not good for the workers. Once again, Governor Kasich, the big business corporate barons and wealthy special interest groups attacking the middle class. And this is unsafe because it makes it harder for collectivities to bargain. It's also harder because it takes away the professional voices, and because it lets a small number of workers basically game in the system. And I think this is very harmful for the Ohioan economy. So don't trust the so-called right to work. The importance of gathering and making an opposition to this proposal and this concept of Governor Kasich must be known by all the Ohioans. We have to better the economy of a state that used to equal the GDP of very powerful countries in the past, and uh, within the job creation ranking that Ohio knows right now, uh, I think we deserve better than all what is going within the state right now. And on another hand, I would also encourage the people to basically talk about this right to work by contacting their closest state representative, or by contacting the state senator and vouching their opinion as citizens in order to basically stand against this utopia of right to work that has been invoked by K6. Thank you.